Good day, everyone. My name is Ma'am Christy Jimenez, your teacher in Science 6. Welcome to my science class. How are you today? I hope everyone is doing well. Today, we will have a new lesson in science. But before that, let's have first a recap of the past lesson.
Study the pictures under Group A such as hot choco, tea, and juice, and Group B such as pakbet, vegetable salad, and sticky rice ball in cocoa milk. Describe the characteristics of this mixture by connecting them to their corresponding trait at the middle. First, our particles are not visible. The correct answer is Group A. We are not uniform in composition. The correct answer is Group B. Our particles can be easily identified. The correct answer is Group B. We are chemically combined. The correct answer is Group A. We are a one-phase matter which is mostly liquid. The correct answer is Group A. And last one, we can be easily separated. The correct answer is Group B.
Did you get all the items correctly? Very good. If that's the case, then here a star for all of you. Do you have any idea of our lesson for today? Well, if you do not have an idea, let's have first a short exercises.
Read the following questions and choose the letter of your answer. 1. Which of the following best describes a suspension? It is A. Composed of solute and solvent. B. A kind of heterogeneous mixture with soluble solutes. C. Where the solute particles settle at the bottom of its container. Or D. A kind of non-uniform mixture that is not visible and cannot be easily separated. Number 2. The following are commonly used suspensions you can find at home except one. Which is it? A. Glue. B. Rice and water. C. Macaroni soup. Or D. Liquid paracetamol. 3. Why is colloid classified as a heterogeneous mixture? Its particles are A. A uniform mixture. B. Visible to the naked eye. C. Diffuse evenly and settle at the bottom of its container. Or D. So evenly diffuse but not heavy enough to settle at the bottom. 4. Which group is not considered as colloids? A. Milk and yogurt. B. Salt solution in hot coffee. C. Glue and jelly. Or D. Smoke and fog. And 5. Suppose you are going to take a medicine that is classified as a suspension. Why do you need to shake it well before taking it? A. It needs to be chemically combined. B. In order to make it more effective. C. It is indicated in the label. Or D. Its solute particles are at the bottom and needs to be distributed evenly.
You have learned from the previous modules that heterogeneous mixture is a non-uniform mixture which particles can easily be identified, thus easily be separated. It has two kinds, the suspension and the colloid.
Suspension is a kind of heterogeneous mixture in which the solute settles at the bottom of its container and needs to be shaken well before using, such as medicine. Colloid, on the other hand, is another kind of heterogeneous mixture in which the solutes are not heavy enough to settle and is mostly creamy and sticky. An example of this is a plain ice cream.
You will discover more of the appearances and examples of suspension and colloid as you go through this video. Enjoy!
Now let's have the activity 1. You will need the following: 2 tablespoons of soil, 250 milliliters of water, empty glass. Then do the following. Number 1, put 200 ml of water in the empty glass. Second, add 2 tablespoons of soil into it. Stir well. Wait for at least 2 minutes. Observe what happened. Let us answer the following questions. What happened to the soil and water after mixing them? What are the different phases of matter found in the mixture? Cite 3 examples. What happened to the soil after 2 minutes? Did the soil dissolve in water? Try separating the mixture by pouring the water out. Did they separate easily?
Have you answered all the questions in Activity 1? Then let's have Activity 1.1.
From the given choices on the right, look for the common suspension being referred to by the following. Choose the corresponding letter of your answer. Number 1, it is frequently used as a dessert. The correct answer is letter D, mango tapioca. 2, it is commonly needed when you are going to cook rice. The correct answer is letter E, rice and water wash. 3, it is what the laborers needed when building houses. The correct answer is letter B, sand and cement in water. 4, it is used to treat body illness from an infection caused by bacteria. The correct answer is letter A, suspension medicine. And 5, it is used when baking bread or cake. The correct answer is letter C, flour and water.
You've just finished learning about suspension. Suspension is a heterogeneous mixture which solute do not dissolve and just settle at the bottom of the container.
Now let's have activity 2. You will be needing the following: 2 tablespoons milk powder, 2 to 3 tablespoons mayonnaise, 2 empty glasses, and 1 flashlight. Procedure: mix 2 tablespoons milk powder and a half cup of water in a transparent glass. Stir well. Second, put the 2 to 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise in another transparent glass. Third, prepare a dim but safe place where you can use a flashlight and do this experiment. Fourth, focus the light beam of the flashlight on a glass of milk mixture. Observe whether the light beam will pass through the glass of milk mixture. Fifth, focus the light beam of the flashlight on the glass of mayonnaise. Observe whether the light beam will pass through the glass of mayonnaise. Okay, answer the following questions. What can you say about the appearance of milk mixtures and mayonnaise? Can you identify the particles of the given mixtures just by looking at it with your eyes? Third, what have you observed in the beam of light when you focus it at your milk mixture? Fourth, does the beam of light pass through in the glass of mayonnaise? Why? And fifth one, can we separate the mixture of milk powder and water? How about the mayonnaise? Why? Let's wrap up your answer from the previous experiments by telling if the following is true or false. Choose your answer. Number 1. The milk mixture and mayonnaise have creamy, sticky, and glue-like appearance. The answer is true. 2. The particles of the given mixtures are not easily seen by the naked eyes because they are too small. The answer is true. Third, the beam of light does not pass through the milk mixture. The correct answer is true. Fourth, the beam of light passes through the glass of mayonnaise because it is creamy and sticky. The answer is false. And fifth, these mixtures are not easily separated because the particles are not heavy enough to settle at the bottom. The answer is true. Trivia time! The scattering of visible light by the colloidal particles is called the Tyndall effect. When light passes through a colloid, it means that the colloid is translucent, but when light does not pass through, it is opaque.
Did you get all the items correctly? Very good. Now let's have Activity 2.1.
Encircle the letter of the common household colloids from the choices below. Identify the colloid described in the following statement. Choose the letter of the colloid you encircled a while ago. Number 1. It is commonly used as a substitute for cooking oil to add flavor to fried or sautéed dishes. The answer is butter. 2. It helps in the circulation of oxygen, nutrients, and defense of the body. The answer is letter C, blood. 3. It is used as a decorative or finishing material in industrial jobs. The correct answer is letter I, paint. 4. This colloid is normally added to bread for breakfast or pasta meal like spaghetti or baked macaroni for additional flavor. The correct answer is letter A, cheese. And 5. It is a colloid used commonly by bakers to design their cakes. The correct answer is letter E, whipped cream.
You've just learned about colloid. Colloid is a heterogeneous mixture in which the particles are not visible and heavy enough to settle. Now let's find out if you understand the lesson well.
Write S on the blank if the statement describes a suspension and C if it describes a colloid. 1. Their particles are not heavy enough to settle down. The answer is C. 2. They can be easily separated by pouring out the liquid and leaving the suspended particles behind. The answer is S. Third, their particles are not dissolved in their solvent and therefore can be easily identified. The answer is S. Fourth, they are glue-like mixture which cannot be separated easily because their particles are too small. The answer is C. And 5, salt and pepper, ice cubes in a cola, oil and water are some examples of this type of heterogeneous mixture. The answer is S.
Now, let's remember the following concepts.
Suspension is a heterogeneous mixture in which the particles are visible enough to be seen and do not dissolve in its solvent. Common suspension needs to be shaken well before using it because its particles settle at the bottom. Colloids are a heterogeneous mixture in which the particles do not dissolve, too tiny to be seen by the naked eyes, and not heavy enough to settle at the bottom. They are mostly thick, creamy, and sticky, which are also opaque in a beam of light, such as butter, cheese, and mayonnaise. And there are translucent ones, such as gelatin, milk, and smoke. The scattering of light in a colloidal mixture is called the Tyndall effect.
I'm so happy that we've finished the lesson today. Please do not forget to answer the post-test and the reflection on the last page of your module. And if you are not yet done answering and doing all the activities in your module, please complete it. Thank you for listening to me again. I'm Ma'am Christy Jimenez, your teacher in Science 6, telling you all that changes are inevitable. We can't control it, but with God's guidance and hard work, a nice future awaits. Goodbye everyone and stay safe.